Hello everyone. We are live here at the Sedona Ascension Retreat, and it's been an amazing weekend, and we are about to finish off this incredible weekend of transformation and empowerment with the carefree medium Susanne Wilson, who's going to be going on stage very shortly. So Susanne, what are you going to be talking about?
Oh my gosh. The title of the presentation is Interdimensional Allies and Our Ascension.
Wow.
And that leads us right into the subject of spirit guides. We all have them, but some of us have gotten to know ours. And what's happening now is there's a really strong shift in the energies where more and more people want to know who's around them, who's a beneficial, not necessarily a human being, but what we call an NHI, a non-human intelligence. And they are reaching out, they are trying to help us, and so I'm here to help people figure out what that means to them.
That's amazing. And do all of us have spirit guides? Is that something everyone has?
Yes. We have about 120 years of afterlife research with information coming through reliable mediums who have validated that there are guides that are around everyone. We also have people who have been scientists that have told us that they've communicated with guides, that they've received inspiration from non-human intelligence.
And so who are these guides?
Well, some of them, and many of them, in fact, are people who have lived many lives, and that has helped them have all these experiences so they can relate to you, they can relate to me, and they can help guide us. And they're called to what I call servant leadership. They want to serve us by helping to guide us, not to tell us what to do or make decisions for us, but to help us make decisions with more calm and peace. And then there are what I call subject matter experts or specialists that will come and go, and they may not necessarily have been human before. They're from other dimensions. Some people might say other planets. They may call them extraterrestrial, ultra-terrestrial. And we're taking the stigma away from, the little gray men or the little green men, which incidentally, it was actually a reporter that made a mistake a few decades ago and said little green men when he was reporting an experiencer sighting. It's actually little gray men.
Really?
But I have to tell you, we also have angels that are guiding us, and there are a lot of people here at the conference that work with angels too. So I have physicians, school teachers, graduate students, stay-at-home moms and dads. Everybody wants to know about their spirit guides all of a sudden, and there are reasons behind that, and I'll be sharing why.
Wow. Well, can you give us a little sneak peek about why is everyone so curious now? Why are people just coming online to, wait a minute, I have all of this multidimensional support available? Who are these people?
Well, it's
not people. Who are these beings?
Yes, it's a sense of being unsettled. We thought we knew our world in broad strokes. We thought, we go to work, we pay our bills, this is how life is. Then we have all the events of 2020 that happened to us. We have lockdowns and things going on. And then we decide, okay, we're living virtual lives now. Everybody's on Zoom. Nothing against Zoom. I was there 2 or 3 years before anything happened where we really needed it. But all of a sudden, we're getting so much separation from each other that we're going into a deep thought of who am I? Why am I here? How do I cope with the conflict that I see in the world? What's happening next? And so fear rises up, but also prayer and meditation rise up too. So we have all these strong emotions in the collective right now, and what they're trying to tell us is we need each other. We don't just need the unseen world. That's a big part of it, but we need community. We need to come together. We need to do as much of that in person as we can. And they're giving us something that I like to call molecular upgrades, where when we reach a frequency as human beings where we have to hold a lot of light, the body needs some kind of upgrade to be able to do that and be healthy and move forward in the world. So we're getting a lot more direct contacts. We're getting people with astral travels where they're feeling healings happening, and they want to understand what this means, what it is, and how to get the most out of it.
Wow, yes, exactly. No, I love the way you've explained that, because it's true. There's, with COVID and the technology, there has been so much separation, and there's also been going within. And now it's time, people are connecting to something greater, connecting something beyond who we are as these humans, and then also coming back together, to really co-create this new earth. And we're not doing it alone.
We're not doing it alone. Yeah. And our challenge is to ignore those hidden people trying to pull strings behind the scenes. The 1% of the 1% whose names we shall never know, and I don't want to know their names, who want us to divide against each other. So our challenge right now is to find ways to express compassion and love in action. I mean, you can't make yourself feel feelings, but you can be disciplined in how you present yourself in the world, and you can be disciplined with your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And that doesn't mean just giving constantly, or being so empathic that you're worn out. The source and the guides and our higher selves don't want us worn out. They don't want us burnt out and taking care of everybody else. They want us to take care of ourselves and then help everyone else around us. And so these non-human intelligences, or the interdimensional allies I'm talking about, are seeing that we're shifting, and they're like, hey, wait a second, maybe we don't have to be so behind the scenes. We can start coming forward, and we can start helping them with the changes to a degree where it's not like we're force feeding our agenda on humanity. We're just helping them come along as they are. And they're not angry with us. They're not upset with how slow we are. It's kind of, and we are slow. Let's admit it. We're kind of slow, but we're getting there. But that's how we learn our lessons, is going through these experiences. So this is a really exciting time to be on the earth.
It is, and it's exciting to know that we have one another as humans and in community, and we are able to come together, both online but in person. And we also have these interdimensional allies, because once we start realizing how much support we really have, it's like, wow, we have exponential amounts of support than we even truly could ever fathom.
Exponential amounts of support. And I don't want to present this as though it's all outside of us, as you know. That divine spark is inside each one of us. And it is also our higher selves, that part of us that is not operating the physical body right now, that's always in contact with these beneficial beings, and is always trying to give us intelligence, direction, strength and wisdom, guidance and peace.
Beautiful.
And this is the time to be on the planet right now. And I'm hearing from people like, why did I sign up for this? Why am I here? I'm like, well, let's figure that out.
And it's true. It's like we have, all of this is also coming from within, with our higher self. And as we connect to our higher self, that opens up our multidimensional reality. So all of a sudden, our angels, our ancestors, our galactic families, star nations, all coming in.
Yeah, you see more, you feel more, you know more, you have more dreams that are just so strange, and there's a message in there somewhere. And I think it's just going to intensify, and it's exciting.
That's really amazing. And so can we call on our guides for support, for help, for specific assistance?
Yes. Don't try to control the timing of it. Like, I need it now, I need it next week, or whatever. And don't try to control how the thing that you most want or desire or feel that you should have now happens. Just watch for it to unfold. And we've heard this from the manifestation teachers for decades, and it is true. Think and live and have your being in the moment that you already have that event with you.
Beautiful, exactly. And so when we allow that to unfold, we allow whoever it is, the guide that wants to come in, to support, to speak, to communicate, because we're, we may have an idea, but, again, our higher mind and our higher self knows it's far greater than we could possibly ever begin to
what she
imagine.
Just said. Right there, that's it.
But it is an exciting time, because for so long we have thought, one, we're alone, or two, we have our human family and friends, but that's it. And then, we have to work with someone, whether it be a priest, an imam, just someone else who's our conduit, and then that's it, basically. But now we're really starting to feel
Yeah, we have our training wheels.
Yes.
And then we don't necessarily need them, but they continue to be part of our community. And that is the big challenge right now, is to not rule other people out of your lives based on what you think they should be thinking or what you think they should be doing. And if we can overcome that challenge of division, we can work miracles.
Exactly, and that is so beautiful, because I think we have a tendency to think, well, I know this, and this is the right way, and why don't they understand, and why don't they know? But we're not here to know and understand or judge anyone else's path.
Yeah, and nobody said it would be easy. We didn't come here for easy, apparently, but we came here to bring, I think, a little bit of heaven to earth. And we do that by being with other people in a way that manifests light all of the time. So I know there are people listening to us going, "Oh, they're so privileged." No, I mean we've had our own issues and challenges and losses and all of that, but we are all privileged in one way, and that is we're privileged to be children of a divine source that has given us infinite resources.
Yeah, and no matter who we are, where we've come from, where we're going, we all have access.
We all have access.
We all have access.
All the time.
All the time. All the time. And I think that's important too, because sometimes, people will come to us and say, well, of course, she's an amazing teacher. She's just so connected. She's so open. Of course she can communicate, but that can never be me.
Well, and I think what's different about some teachers, and I'm one of these kinds of teachers, is I'm vulnerable. I'm going to share what I've been through, and I've seen that with a lot of teachers. Everybody has their own style, but there's that saying that when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I think of that too, but I also think of the students that work with me in mentoring as my teachers as well, because I can't possibly have every life experience. You can't possibly have every life experience, but we can learn from each other. We have to talk to each other first, don't we?
Exactly, and that's true. You do teach mediumship development, intuition development, psychic development, psychometry. So, all of these intuitive capabilities are our birthright. And not everyone has the exact same one, but we all have that access. And Susanne, you're here opening up that access for people through these conversations, because that's opening up a pathway. But then for those who want to go deeper and say, hey, I'm ready to really develop my intuition, I'm ready to develop my psychic abilities, you're like, yeah, and here's a pathway forward.
That's it. It's a pathway forward. And it's also, I want to make the point to people who say, I don't really want to put the time and the effort into figuring out this whole guides and angels thing. Okay, that's fine. Thank them at least once in your life. Thank those who are working diligently and patiently behind the scenes to help you. And every once in a while, just say, hey, if something needs to get my attention, get my attention. Do what you need to do to get my attention. They're going to do their jobs no matter what. We are in a time where I am positing that if you are ever going to reach out to this team around you, it's now.
Beautiful. So this is a powerful moment. It's a powerful time. We all have these amazing guides with us. It's up to you of how much and whether you want to communicate, but we're open, we're available to just go in and start working with them. And they're our allies, like you call them. They're our allies.
That's right. Sending you guys love with a capital L. That's big love, not like how I love pizza, but big love from my heart space to yours.
And sending you guys lots of love. Thank you so much, Susanne.
My pleasure.
I'm excited for your talk. And
I appreciate you so much.
Oh, I appreciate you too. And so, of course, all of you tune in with Susanne Wilson. We're going to be reporting more live with her from the Scottsdale Expo coming up.
That's right.
And, of course, in between. So sending you all lots of love.